Hey guys, how's it going? April 25th, 2016, it's 12:03 p.m. And my on again, off again work relationships is currently in a standby phase because this week I will probably find out a lot of information um, that could affect my availability, could affect how RTS is developed. Um, there's a lot of good positive opportunities right now. So I'm going to do what I can as much as possible this week because I think this might be the last available week potentially that I have for a very long time, at least for a full week. I worked all last week, busted my tail off, and it was a good wake up call to get back into shape. A good relationship. It all went well. It was just a very short term contract. It actually got delayed 2 weeks. But, anyways, I told them I'm not going back in 2 weeks. I got too much on the table coming up. I am not looking for jobs right now because I have at least three potential opportunities, and the third is likely to be long term, and that is my backup plan. The two interviews I got coming up, find out what happens there. I've posted on my forum about them. But anyways, enough about my career. It's all looking good as far as RTS because those two jobs are local, and if I don't get those, then the other one still gives me a lot more opportunity because the number of hours is not as much, and it's an afternoon shift, which is optimal for me. So what you're looking at right now is as I record this, a live shot just past noon. Of course, now you're seeing just past noon. Sometimes I'm just crawling out of bed because I am more of an evening overnight person. I often get up early afternoon, but no, I've been up since fair amount of morning. I was sleeping on the couch last night. I was so tired for a long time. I was a little worried about that. But anyways, I'm getting way distracted here. The focus of this video is where things are going, and as you can see, um, we have some new members on here. We got Leland and I can't pronounce it. CB 666. That's what actually the focus of this is about. I've got a good admin team that's backing me up right now, which is really cool. And track seems to end at Daggett. Okay, that's because he doesn't have the other route. I was wondering, like, okay, um, maybe he doesn't have needle sub, but or needles. I don't know. Anyways, let me get out of that for now. There's two trains on there. I'll go. What I did want to show you about this is the number of trains that are available are very low right now. That has to do with how things were back in the beginning of the month and what has changed now. Now, I posted a message on the forum. Can I get this thing out of here? Oh, well, whatever. There we go. Um, what you're seeing here, and this is all California, and Mike was, again, I have a strong admin team who does some things. Some have time at certain times, others don't. Everybody has different lives, different schedules. Some have time where they can come on and do administrative tasks without actually being on the server. And this is one example. And Mike did this really cool chart for me. And I actually mentioned to him, I said, I was chatting with him last night, and I was saying, those are really cool numbers, and they tell a lot. But there's even more information that you can potentially get. Now, this isn't 100% accurate. There is some estimates involved. And the reason why I say what's been changing, let's go here. We'll go into my registry. I'll let that load up. My internet seems to. Oh, there we go. No. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. No. Okay. Let's go over to the cycle. So we had a very just to recap what's happened so far in 2016. We had a very strong start to the year. At the time, we had at least one major player who was admin at the time. who would easily give you 8 hours a day. And that really almost, I would say, was 50% of the user time of the entire server. But what that did was it helped for administrative duties, it helped for training, it helped for all kinds of things. And what that did was it basically took our cycle count, which is what this is all about here. We're coming to an end of a cycle, and this cycle is actually going to end because we are now, not only are we caught up, but we're to a point now where we are actually running low on trains again. We haven't been in this situation for a while. Now, I upped this to 48 days. I don't like a 48-day cycle. It's a little bit too long. It was comfortable for me because I was just working. I was looking for work, full-time work, trying to get the admin functions in place. That's what I'm going to be doing this week. That number is going down. We already know it's going back down again. Will it go back down to the really strong period that we had at the beginning of the year? I doubt it. But it is definitely going down, which means our usage is up. So we were down to 30 minutes per day of cycle time going past. As you can see right now, we're in the last hour of cycle time, which means we got about a day and a half. Is it? Yeah, we got about a day and a half now at noon. So we got a day and a half left of this cycle. I should be around Tuesday evening to finish this off. If not, I might go into the overnight a little bit or wait until Wednesday morning to make sure the new cycle. But that's what I'm going to focus on a little bit today. I have some time. Tuesday, I'm going to find out information at some point whether interview one was successful. That if I get an offer on that position, I'm taking it. Everything else after that, my second option, I'm hoping to hear on Friday or next Monday. I'm taking that one as well if I'm offered. So it's either going to be option A, option B, or it's going to be the fallback where I will let them know at the end of the week or the beginning that I'm interested in that long-term afternoon position, and then everything's fine. So I got back onto my career there again. But the reason why I talk about my career is it actually plays into how much time I can put into it. And then that's some short-term implications. And I've posted a message on the forum about this on the RTS forum. But you can see right here, for up to the 22nd, we're running an average of about 13 hours and 39 minutes of running time per day. This calculates right now estimated daily requirements for that number of trains at 5 hours average each. Again, it's an estimate. Puts you at around 10 hours and 56 minutes. So we're actually, if you anything over 10 hours and 56 minutes, now we had a really big day on April 1st. I'm not too sure. I can't remember when we lost the main player. That could have been around then, but then see, this is kind of cool because Friday is a big day for us, which is okay. There's all kinds of stats. There's a Monday that's there was almost 24 hours on a Monday and a Tuesday. And then, midweek it seems to dip a little bit. But then this latest one, here's where things are telling me, like there was a 728 in there. Everybody's schedules, not everybody doesn't have fixed schedules, so it changes quite a bit. But then this is the trend we're starting to see now starting to unfold, and it actually goes higher than 13. We're seeing, I would say, we're starting to push the 16-hour mark, actually. I don't want to turn this into a thermostat real quick, but I'm thinking, I've heard some mention of 42 would be a good one. I can see 42, but I'm actually thinking of pushing it back to 36. which will cut that down by it'll be 75%, so it'll cut it down 25%, um, which is pretty huge, I guess. It makes this number awfully weird. Um, it's not going to be an even number, I don't think. It's nice to have those even numbers, but for working in the yards, etc. But I'm not worried about that. So things are looking good, but more importantly, what's going to happen is I know of at least, and I was talking about a major user, I know that person is still interested, but he's interested in dispatching, and I have more than one person interested in dispatching. I was reaching out at one point to the TD3 community. I may do it again, depending upon what exactly happens, because if I can get dispatchers around the clock, then the only thing I need after that is people running the yards. So those will become the priorities. The running from A to B is just icing on the cake, and it's going to be incredible for anybody because they're going to have, not only they're going to have the system that backs them up because the waybills are going to be generating. New trains are going to be coming online with proper tags. Car movements are going to be, the registry is going to be totally obsolete or really altered to be simplified to the point where you don't have to register your crew changes and all that other stuff. So it's going to be basically you're coming on and you're looking for the trains. I don't know how version 2 is going to work out for that. It remains to be seen. There's a lot of speculation going on, but I wanted to post this video just as an update for the spring and what to look forward for the coming weeks and possibly months as we head over to next fall, where things are going to change drastically. So until then, I'm going to sign off for now. Got a few other things to do, other projects going on as well. As you can see, if you follow my YouTube channel, I got a couple things going on. So anyways, that's all for now. Things looking good. If you have any comments, questions, you can post in the YouTube or post on my forum. And we'll talk to you next time.